Good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome to the Full Hundred's first full edition of 2021, a brand new year. It is Monday the 4th of January today, and we've got numerous breaking news. I'll just say something to you guys real quick. I'm doing this video at 10 minutes to 8 p.m. In about 10 minutes time, Boris Johnson is going to be making an announcement regarding our futures over the next few weeks. I guess he's taking the lockdown up a notch, like we're not on lockdown enough as it is. So obviously that news comes in the next 10 minutes while I'm going to be filming this video. So obviously I'm going to be dealing with that on my next episode on Wednesday. So in the meantime, guys, welcome to the Full 100. As I said, we've got numerous breaking news. Some of the most disgusting political shenanigans you're ever going to see, I'm going to feature on this show today. So without further ado, guys, let's get down to today's show. I'll just tell you guys, I mean, this is what happens when you enable people. I mean, this is white privilege as you've never seen it before. I don't care what anybody says. What I'm about to show you guys, right, is series of clips of Trump recorded trying to criminally change the election results. He believed, obviously, he was talking to a Republican, fellow Republican, who is the Secretary of State for the state of Georgia. So he's the highest ranking state official, third in command, the Secretary of States are. And he's the top election official. He oversees the whole thing. He's a Republican. This guy's been in hiding for weeks now because Trump's been spreading fake news on him. The governor of Georgia, Governor Kemp, has been in hiding. Same thing. Protection, police protection, and all of this stuff because of the stuff that Trump's been spewing. Now, over the weekend, on Saturday, he makes a call to this guy. This guy was smart enough, right, to record the phone call. Now, I urge you all, because of the time constraints of how short I like to keep my videos, I want every one of you to go to my channel and take a look at, the phone call was an hour long. So it's not an hour long. I've got 24-minute juicy part. So you see what white privilege really means. And why white privilege, or any kind of privilege, is harmful to all human beings. What you're about to see, and if you go to my channel, what you're about to hear when you watch the whole thing, is behavior that only a white man, not even a white woman, would attempt that. Only a white man can attempt this sort of bullshit that we're seeing right now. And he's been enabled by too many. This, if nothing else sends him to prison, this must send him to prison. So the first part of the show is dealing with that. And then the second part of the last video I have for you guys is the breaking news that Oxford University and AstraZeneca's vaccine has been, they've started to vaccinate people today with that. Now, if anyone has listened to me on my shows, this is the one I've been waiting for. Never mind the Pfizer, even though, you know, they're reputable and whatever else. I personally have been waiting for the Oxford University and AstraZeneca. And I'll tell you why I chose that as the one that I would ask for if I to take the vaccine. Because Oxford University are involved. The Oxford University have backed so many credible inventions and innovations. And Oxford University, to me, is a university with repute of the highest order. And so that's the vaccine that I would definitely choose to take, and I would recommend to my friends and families. And they've just started that today. So I'll show you the clip on that right at the end. Let's get down to this nasty, despicable, reprehensible, racist act of trying to turn black votes and throw them in the bin. Or, you know, this whole thing has everything that you can imagine in it. But most importantly, this is white supremacy / white privilege at work. Take a look at my first video.
Desperate President Trump resorting to strong-arm tactics in his effort to overturn the 2020 election results. In this hour-long phone call on Saturday, Trump asked Georgia's Secretary of State point blank to fudge the numbers, to flip the state's 2020 result to give Trump a victory. Here's that specific piece of audio, which was first obtained by the Washington Post.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state. So tell me, Brad, what are we going to do? We won the election, and it's not fair to take it away from us like this. And it's going to be very costly in many ways.
Well, I've listened to what the president has just said. President Trump, we've had several lawsuits, and we've had to respond in court to the lawsuits and the contentions. We don't agree that you have one. I didn't agree about the 200,000 number that you'd mentioned, and I could go through that point by point.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, it really, when I called America a banana republic back in May or June of last year, 2020, a lot of people thought I went OTT. They thought I went OTT. What is surprising is that the Republican establishment can listen to this. These are the people that cried, we're the party of the Constitution, we're the constitutional party, we're the party that defends the Constitution. The Democrats and the liberals want to change us and want to make us become more liberal and accept everything. And they're watching, and they just heard a sitting president trying to overturn, bully, gangster-style mob pressure on an elected official who's in hiding because of this guy. And when you listen to this guy say, people are angry, people don't believe this election was fair, people are very angry. Why are they angry? Because he made them angry. He made them angry on fake news, false information, and now they're angry. You have Republican senators and Republican congressmen, as well as Trump, saying, oh, well, the nation's people are angry, people are very upset. They're upset because you lot fooled them. This, I can't believe I am seeing. I'm telling you guys, I mean, anyone who's followed politics knows what I'm feeling right now. If you've never followed politics and you don't understand the dynamics of politics, which many people don't, literally many people do not really get politics. They don't get it. You know, it's like in a way, in the same way that some people don't get how an aeroplane can stay up. You know, people don't get that. That's how people don't get politics. If you truly get politics, then you truly know what you're listening to right now. Take a look at the second part of this video.
We only lost the state by that number, 11,000 votes, and 779. So with that being said, with just what we have, and, with just what we have, we're giving you minimum numbers. We're doing the most conservative numbers possible. We're many times above the margin. And so we don't really have to, Mark, I don't think we have to go through routines because what's the difference between winning the election by two votes and winning it by 500,000 votes? I think we probably did win it by 500,000. In Georgia, we set a record with a massive amount of votes. And they say it's not possible to have lost Georgia. And I could tell you by our rallies. I could tell you by the rally I'm having on Monday night, the place they already have lines of people standing out front waiting. It's just not possible to have lost Georgia. It's not possible. When I heard it was close, I said, there's no way. But they dropped a lot of votes in there late at night. You know that, Brett. And that's what we are working on very, very stringently. We lost by essentially 11,000 votes. And there's nothing wrong with with saying that, Brad. You know, I mean, having a correct. The people of Georgia are angry, and these numbers are going to be repeated on Monday night, along with others that we're going to have by that time, which are much more substantial even. And the people of Georgia are angry. The people of the country are angry.
The people of Georgia are not angry.
That, you know,
his dumb,
that you've recalculated
easily
because,
deceived constituents
2,237
are angry.
absentee ballots. I mean,
The people are happy and ecstatic that this guy's leaving office. Especially after seeing this, you've got to be happy that this guy's on his way out and to prison.
It's more votes than we need.
Welcome back, guys. I mean, you know what? The news broke on Sunday because the phone call happened on Saturday. The guy recorded it, released it to Raffensperger, I think his name is, the Secretary of State. It hit the news yesterday and my mouth dropped open listening to this whole thing. Now, the next clip I want to bring you is what Kamala Harris says. Now, the Democrats are just too nice. And it really, really gets me right here, like right in my gut. If this was Obama that ever made this kind of phone call, or even Biden, or even Hillary Clinton, or Bill Clinton, or any other Democratic president that they've had. Wow, the way these Republicans would have went on. My God, I can't even imagine the sort of stuff that these people will be saying. Guys, I'm telling you, you'd want to leave planet Earth if this was a Democratic president doing this. This is white privilege in its nastiest form, my people. Take a look at all that Kamala Harris had to say.
Have you all heard about that recorded conversation? Well, it was, yes, certainly the voice of desperation. Most certainly that. And it was a bald-faced, bold abuse of power by the President of the United States.
Now, it's getting so bizarre. It's getting so crazy in that country. They have a runoff of 2 Senate seats in Georgia tomorrow, Tuesday. That's the last of the elections now. They've already confused with the Republican side. They've already confused their candidates. They've confused their electorates, their voters. Many are not turning up because of this rubbish this guy's been spewing. They're trying to pull it back. They can't pull it back. Those who are trying to pull it back 1 minute, when Trump says something else, they say, okay, then they don't pull it back the next minute. They back Trump. By backing Trump, you've kind of let go what you were trying to do. They are gone. These people are gone. Listen to a TV personality. I mean, my 10-year-old, bless him, yeah? If I told him that when we vote in the UK, the vote is carried to Germany, and then in Germany it goes to Barcelona at some airport, Spain, and then it goes from there to some other place, and then they then tell us the result. If I told my 10-year-old that, my 10-year-old would not believe me. He'd think I've lost my mind. But this is the kind of thing that comes out their mouth because they know who they are speaking to. The people they're speaking to, there's no saving these people. There's no saving those who are spewing it, and there's no saving those who are listening to what's being spewed. Listen to a TV personality describe how election was held in America, and you make up your mind whether this guy needs hospital treatment or whether he just sod treating him, just lock him up in a cell and in a white jacket and done. Take a look.
Well, how I would look at the 2020 voting experience for the average American is this. We all went in and voted on using hardware. The hardware that we voted on was called Dominion, the Canadian-owned hardware company that tabulates your votes. Has Chinese parts on it. Step 2, the software, known as Smartmatic or Sequoia. That software was originally coded out by communist Venezuelans. Step 3, for added integrity, your votes were shipped to Frankfurt, Germany, where your votes were stored on Amazon servers. And then step 4, in Barcelona, Spain, the votes were somehow tabulated there, and there was a little feature on the software that allows people to switch votes.
Guys, just be thankful that the UK hasn't gone that doolally. Where some doolally, in that the people here, the citizens, the normal people that believe all sorts of stuff, but we don't have a TV channel, we don't have a range of TV channels that these crazies here can actually tune into every day and listen to more crazy stuff. That's what they're doing to them in America. It's really, really sad to see. That's the end of that, guys. Now to the last video, which is the AstraZeneca, the breaking news I brought to you guys the other day. Firstly, I want to show you guys, right? Remember we had the corona really bad in March, April, May, June times? Well, by May it's all gone down, and then June, July, August were quite even and really bottom, really low. Take a quick look at what's happened, which is why I'm not surprised Boris is doing this, to be honest. But take a look at this quick chart. Now, it's peak. It's quite peak. I mean, it's peak. It is. But right. So my last video now, guys, is a look at the rollout. The people who have been vaccinated with this new vaccine today. Like I said at the beginning of this show, when my time comes, this is the one I'm going to be taking. There's a reason I'm choosing this, and this is why it's so important to be informed, and you can make an informed choice. I'm choosing AstraZeneca and Oxford University one for a reason, because for the same reason that Oxford University is involved in it. The fact that a university has teamed up with a pharmaceutical company as opposed to two pharmaceutical companies teaming up makes a difference for me. But again, you don't have to get vaccinated. You don't have to listen to me. I'm telling you what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is based on an informed choice. And that's all I'm trying to get everyone to do, is be informed, so that when you say no, you're saying no because you're informed. You're not saying no because some preacher or some fake snake oil preacher said to say no. Meanwhile, they're sneaking behind you and getting the vaccines, yeah? All these people telling you not to take it, mocking people who are wearing masks, saying, "Now, will you wear a mask?" When their time comes, they're going behind the door and getting the vaccination. While you're saying, "Oh, look, the leaders are not wearing no mask, so I'm not going to wear no mask." And they're saying not to get no vaccine, I'm not getting no vaccine. They're getting it. They are getting the vaccines, my people. Yeah? So your best choice right now is to get informed, know which one might be good for you, do some research, do some work, and then make an informed decision. And if that decision is no, then at least you know you made it based on solid information, not fake information. Take a look at this last video, and I'll see you guys on the other side to say my goodbyes.
Well, as we said, the first patient to get the vaccine was 82-year-old Brian Pinker. He's a retired maintenance manager from Oxford. He's been married to Shirley for 47 years, and this is what he had to say about his vaccination.
Well, the vaccine means everything to me. I mean, to my mind, it's the only way of getting back to a bit of normal life.
A really significant day. You can see behind me that people are starting to queue up waiting for their dose of the Oxford vaccine. And the third person actually to be vaccinated was Professor Andrew Pollard, who's one of the scientists at Oxford University that's worked on this vaccine. And he said he was absolutely delighted.
Welcome back, guys. Right, we've come to the end of today's show. Like I said, it's all about keeping you guys informed. No one has to take the vaccine. No one's going to come after you to take the vaccine. If you watch my New Year's edition video that I put out, my wish list for the new year, you see Marco Rubio, who mocks masks, didn't wear no masks, was right behind Trump all the way, telling people not to trust nothing that's the scientists say. But yet, when the scientists invented the vaccine, he was the first. He used his privilege to go get it. His story is not any different to all the people who are telling you guys different. I'm just here to inform you guys. But listen, go to my channel and watch this diabolical, secretly recorded conversation of Trump being an Al Capone. He thinks he's Al Capone. You know, it's sad, but this is the result of white privilege, which we have to counter in 2021. We're not having this sort of rubbish anymore. Guys, subscribe to my channel if you believe in what we're doing. Don't watch this without subscribing. Can I show you why I keep banging on about subscribing? +90% of the people who watch this video, you guys don't subscribe, but you watch them all the time. That statistic's been the same forever. A lot of my subscribers watch, all my subscribers watch the videos, but 90% of those who watch it, you don't subscribe. So guys, give us the support and hit subscribe. And I'll see you all on Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.